Welcome to Brick Trains. I'm Joey. I got a problem. All these space sets have got to go into the space cabinet. Okay, so the real problem is the space cabinet behind me, or the space cabinet. This is the cabinet where I keep all my space collection. It has become full. And I don't mean a little full. Obnoxiously full, out of control. I don't know what's what. Sets are getting, things are getting, let's go look. So the first thing that's pretty obvious is I don't know which door needs to open first. Here's my biggest problem, right? I've got sets laying on top of sets and spaceships just laying on spaceships. Things are completely out of control. No organization. I used to, I knew what was on what was on each shelf. I had in my brick set inventory. I had, it was in space cabinet shelf 1, shelf 2, shelf 3. We've gotten away from that. So I think the only thing we can do at this point is take it all out, inventory what I have, and see where we can go from there. So Dakota has a table here where he has his planes lined up. That's actually his plane. The other two are mine. But I think we're going to use this table to see about maybe getting everything out. Get everything out and see if we can organize it somewhat. So let me set a tripod up and we'll go from there. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is unload all of the box sets. The instructions for all of these are in folders and ring binders. I didn't used to keep them in here. Then somewhere along the line, I got lazy and started putting box sets in here. And some of the instructions, so we're going to try and sort all that out. And I think I'm going to try and get all the sets back together, get them with their instructions. Obviously, I don't have every box for every space set, so we need to get that. Also, there is a collection of Samsonite era space sets. Yes, Samsonite made classic space in Canada. So I want to get those separated out. I want those to be kind of, since most of those are going to be duplicates, because you had the US versions and you had the European versions, you also had the Canadian version or the Samsonite versions. I kind of want to get those separated. The US and American, or the US and European versions, they're different numbers, so they separate themselves automatically. So let's start getting this emptied out, get it on the table, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I got it pulled out. So this is everything that has boxes for sure. We have a few things here. This set is sealed. Here's a sealed copy of that little thing. And somewhere, yeah, here's a sealed copy. Does it say the Surface Transport? Right there, there's a built one, which means there's a set of instructions somewhere. That guy there is orphaned because there's not instructions with him. He has no box. He's just sitting there. Obviously, he's space, but he's not in the right spot. So we need to find his home. He's probably not going to live in here. Like my Life on Mars, all of that collection is in a different spot. This is supposed to be intended for just classic space, and as you can see, it's kind of outgrown. And we have all the stuff way over yonder somewhere. I've kind of lost my position. Wherever, it's over there somewhere. And we gotta get in here. So the one thing that I did get sorted out, this is all my Samsonite sets. So all of these sets are Samsonite era, and you can tell that mostly because it, focus, because it's in French. But if we get, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell in these boxes. Canadian, Stanford, Ontario, made in Canada by Samsonite. So every one of these sets has that on it. The instructions also say Samsonite. Let's see if I can do this one-handed without tearing them up. These instructions are so fragile. Look at that. Okay, I actually have two of those sets back here. One of them's built. And and I found this is a Samsonite catalog. And I know that because it says the same thing somewhere in here. So we can get that to focus. Samsonite, Stanford, Ontario. So it's not like it's not like it's a huge difference. In fact, the sets are exactly the same. It's just that they came from, they obviously came from Canada. Now, a lot of basic pieces and stuff, Canada had its own molding facility, I believe. They built one in Canada first, or into one of their factories. Then they built one in Loveland, Colorado. Almost said Texas. Loveland, Colorado, and for the United States, that got shut down. And yeah, Samsonite lost contract in the United States. Oh, did I mention that Galaxy Explorer is also a Samsonite version? The only box of the Galaxy Explorer I have is a Samsonite version. And we'll look. There you go. The French. And somewhere inside that box and other places on that box, it will say Samsonite someplace. So I think that's about all we're going to do in this video. This ought to turn Dakota into... yeah, this is going to drive him crazy because his table is completely covered with classic space. And I still have to deal with the stuff that's over there. That's what started all this. I have more... I bought a lot off of eBay that has a ton, or had a ton of space sets in it. It had boxes and instructions. And they were in I got it cheap. I believe I got it cheap because you could tell in the pictures for the auction that somebody had gone in and just scotch taped the crap out of the boxes. They closed them all up. I guess the seller thought that was going to look better to them. The auction did not go high. It was expensive for a classic space job lot like that, but it didn't go terribly high. At any rate, I got the winning bid and I've sorted through, and the reality is I have a lot more boxes than I used to have, even though they may be taped up. Let's look at that real. You can see, like, here's one where they just, they use like a whole roll of scotch tape. And this is new scotch tape. This is, it's not old, all brown, and this stuff's stuck. I had to go with the razor blade knife and cut that all loose so I could get in and build the sets. But they're all built, and now I need to sort it all out. I think there's at least one of those over there. There's probably one about everything over there. I just don't have all the boxes. So, okay, that's it for now. Yeah, we'll see where I get in the next video. So, thanks for watching. So you made it to the end of the line. Must be comment contest time. So those Samsonite sets I was talking about, European versions and US versions had different numbers. What numbering system did the Canadians follow? First correct answer in the comments, and I'll pin you to the top.